Hello, it's Barbara here from Era's Images, and I would like to share with you a way to make glitter textures for your text so that your text will match nicely with a background that you choose. And I've chosen this Rose in Leaves to make my glitter texture file with. So I will go to Effects, and I've chosen Filter Forge 6, Distortion, Smudge Master 2000, and set to default, and I apply it. It makes a huge difference right off the bat. I will go to Image Effects, Seamless Tiling, and I will do my edge and horizontal, and width and transition are both set at 50. I'll click OK. I'm going to Effects, Edge, the Image Effects, Seamless Tiling again, and this time I'm going to do Mirror and Bidirectional. My vertical offset is 1, my width is 50, and I'll click OK. This is quite large, so we will go to Image and resize it to 50%, resize all layers checked, and click OK. And that is how you make a glitter texture image to use to flood fill your text. This is the background which I have chosen to put my text on, and as you can see, the colors match beautifully. I picked my color of gold from the petals of my background image. What I need to do now to make my text is to go to the text tool, and I've chosen Font Lucida Calligraphy, size 36, font style bold, the font color is the gold, my stroke width is 1, and my stroke color is black right now, but I'm going to null that out, and I will have the gold for my text. So let's start typing. Happy Days, and I hit enter, and I use my space bar to space over about here of summer. I right click the vector and make it convert to raster layer, so it's now a raster layer. I want to use my move tool to place this Happy Days of Summer in a better spot. We'll leave it there. I need 3 layers of my text in order to make it glitter. So I'm going to right click in the layers palette and duplicate once, duplicate again, close off the bottom layer, close off the middle layer, and leave the top layer highlighted and open. I'm also going to close off this background layer. In order to flood fill these, I need them activated. And how I'm going to do that is not with a magic wand, but by selections, select all, selections float, selections defloat. And now they are all activated in each one of these 3 layers. Now what I want to do is to click my flood fill tool, and I'm going to go over here in the foreground of materials palette and set it to pattern, and I'm going to pick up the pattern Rose in Leaves. That's what this is, and it shows here, and my angle is set at 35 and my scale at 20, and that is what I'm going to start with. You can use any number in here that you want to make any size and angle, but it's really fun to mess around with this and see what you come up with. But I'm starting out with this for my first layer, so I click OK, and I want to make sure that my match mode is set to none so that when I click on one letter, it pops into all of the other letters. I close this top layer off. I go down to my middle layer and open it. I go back up to my materials palette, and my angle and scale I'm going to change to 45 and 30. And I will click OK on that. I will flood fill the middle layer. Close it, drop down, highlight, and open this one. Go back up to the materials palette, to my angle and scale, and let's change this drastically to 146 by 16. You can play around with this and just have fun with it and see what you come up with. Let's flood fill this last layer. We will open these other two so we have our Happy Days of Summer filled. And I am going to do selections, select none. I'm going to go to File, Save As, and save this as Happy Days. I want to save it on my desktop and as a PSP Animation Shop file. That is to make certain that this will open in Animation Shop. You can use the drop down to find it. It happens to be here, so just make certain that that's there and click Save. And now we will open up Animation Shop, and we will go to File, Open, and I will look on my desktop for Happy Days Animation Shop file. Where is it? This is Happy Days of Summer. Okay. Let's pull it out and see if all of the layers are activated, and they're not. When it's gray, it means you have to click on it and go up to Edit, select All, and now you see it's blue, and when your other frames are blue, it means everything has been selected, and that's the way you want it. Go back to Corel, Paint Shop Pro, and we will drop down to our background and open it. And I'm going to right click on the top and click Copy. And go back to Animation Shop, right click in an empty space and paste as a new animation. Because our Happy Days of Summer animation has 3 frames to it, I want 3 frames of my background. I will click on duplicate twice. I have 3 frames. I will pull this over to the first frame and click inside. I will edit, select all. Now I will go to my Happy Days of Summer text. Right click the top, click copy. Click on the very top of this so you can see it. And inside this frame 1, you right click, paste into selected frame. And when it comes up, you hover your mouse with the text and left click it in place. Now let's see if this is active like we want it. And it is. It's glittering very prettily. So, being I'm happy with it, I'm going to save it. File, Save As. I want to save it on my desktop. And I'm going to leave it saved as an animation GIF right now because I'm going to be renaming this later. I'm going to click Save, Next, 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 Finish. Now, I'm going to click on my animation file, my GIF file that I just made, and there it is. all ready to put in an email to make somebody's day brighter, or you could greet somebody on Facebook with it, whatever you want to do with it. And be creative and enjoy what you've just learned. Thanks so much for watching.